welcome to Critical Tumble, where a bunch of longtime friends and internet nerds transcend geography through the power of Discord to play Dungeons and Dragons. And yeah, critically fumble an awful lot. This was a thing the last couple of sessions. Apparently being in Castle Blackcrown is not good for anybody. I mean, first there was the encroaching soup. Everybody had a lot of fun with the soup is encroaching. It was great. Apart from the fact that it was soup tainted with the black sludge and trying to corrupt you. But yeah, amoeba filth soup. Finally got up the stairs. Made a half-hearted attempt to talk to Jain Nerrand III. I mean, might have been nice if there had been any kind of directing that conversation in the direction of, is that a wellspring in your basement, or are you just displeased to see us? But that didn't really happen because everybody was fucking angry. Particularly given, small children. The person that we're guessing is Hazel's birth mom, who is unfortunately still in the jail cell in one state or another. There was a big old fight between the somewhat already super imbued black dragon that is the only name we have for this one is Jain Nerrand III. They killed him, but came back a little faster than the last one, or it was just that you were closer and the white one was waiting, was trying to find a better inn. You don't really know. You don't really care because it basically knitted itself back together more or less with the black sludge and crashed his way out through the front of the castle. Out into the sound of, frankly, a small war. Where you could pretty much hear the tide turning as soon as the dragon left your immediate line of sight. Alice basically just grabbed Remy and... So let's deal with what the rest of you are doing, because currently you're standing in the remnants of the throne room. And the bits of the floor are kind of starting to collapse.
Oh, good.
Follow Alice. Come on, we gotta move.
Yep.
Darwin's already gone.
Ass to the throne.
Like, as soon as Alice went,
Here we go.
Okay, is everybody following?
running after.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Wait, okay, so...
I'm going for the throne.
Okay. You're going to hate me? Can you make me an acrobatics check, please?
Oh boy.
Sure. Set to normal.
You are incredibly
That's 6.
Yes, I am aware, but I also had to roll the hand of fate for this one. You are incredibly fortunate. While the floor does kind of collapse, it does so pretty much in front of you. So the bit of floor that you're on gets unstable. You'll fall flat on your face before the fairly massive hole from about, say, I guess I can remove you because you're not there anymore. Basically, you've got a hole that stretches out across there just about, where the entire bit of the floor caved in. But because you tripped first, you didn't go head first down the hole.
I was also, on the other side.
Well, no, because that's only where you were for combat. Remember, you I always do that. Because you guys were all down there helping to attempt to take apart the dragon before it rose. I just didn't move you guys when combat ended. You were
At the very
helping.
least, like, make sure he didn't
Yeah,
blow up on anybody.
yeah. I mean, you were there helping because you have the big axe and would have been better from a beheading standpoint. So, yeah.
He's supposed to get over there.
Well, these guys have just run off. Is anybody, like, stopping to notice that Hazel hasn't gone anywhere?
I probably
Claire
would.
will have waited for her at the doorway.
So, yeah.
Let's go.
Forget about everything we were doing in here?
We can come back to it.
Not with this place coming down around us!
There is yet more crunch of various bits of... Because this is... Those pillars... Some of those pillars were load-bearing.
We have to go after him.
There's just...
Clarity, you're intelligent. How are you going to catch him in the air? Not even Alice can outfly him.
You.
Well, everybody's kind of split up all at once.
We need a key! We need a key!
How are we supposed to get it, though?
I'm starting to back up to try and get a running start.
Oh, Christ.
Hazel, what do you... You'll never make it across that.
Better to try than to not do anything at all.
Do y'all remember that there is something that might be a wellspring down there? That's not better. That's not better than not. Come on, even Hazel knows that's not better than not trying if it's spilt, if it's broken free. You could at least check.
Full anxiety cleric.
I know.
She remembers, does not care.
Okay.
She's not trying yet. She's just backing up first.
Yes, but these two are probably trying to argue you out of it. We'll cope. We'll deal with. Actually, first we'll determine whether Barnabas, Faraday, Rylan, and Darvin have stopped when they notice that Hazel, Clarity, and Ava are not following. I need an answer to this before we continue.
Barnabas will. He'd be like,
Yeah, fair enough.
Where the... we can't split up like this.
Yeah.
Too late. The people with wings left.
Hearing. All right, Darwin will pause, having heard, Rylan and Barnabas, and realizing Hazel's gone all shouty. So he'll pause and come closer into earshot.
what?
Barnabas, can you get across that?
Let me see.
What are you trying to do exactly?
We need something from an important person, specifically a key, because I'm not leaving without the person who we left in the fucking basement.
I mean, you should be able to get your echo that far. We can't hear. We can't.
Very clearly losing it.
We can't hear you, Brian. Nope.
Is that any?
Ah,
There we go.
There we go.
Okay, yeah, this is not. Yes, I can. So we need key. Fine. He'll get as close as he can before it gets unstable and try to use the Echo to get across without falling into the pit of black shit.
It creaks. The stone under your feet on the other end creaks a bit, but seems to be holding for now.
All right, so what am I looking for?
Heck is throne. Try to find a key. Remember? Basement? Contraption?
A lot of people dying outside. Fine. He searches the throne to see if there's anything even vaguely key-like.
Make me an investigation check.
Can I try and have a look? I mean, I'm probably too far, but have a look to see if I can figure out where it would be.
No, you're way too far. You have no dark vision, and it's kind of shadowy on that end. No.
Wow, D. Wow, roll 20.
Oh, come on.
As far as you can tell, there is only one thing that even remotely has anything to do with a key around this throne, and that is a sort of what you suspect might be a drawer in the base of the throne that requires a key, but there is not a key present.
There's a locked drawer on the base of the throne, which means he's probably got the key on him.
Those edges there, are they walkable?
They're okay, make me an intelligence check.
Okie dokie.
Just to see if you can tell one way or another.
19.
They probably won't hold weight.
I can get across, but I can't get back. So I could maybe try to pick the lock over there, but I don't know how I'd get back across.
While you guys think of a strategy, because all things considered, Alisaie's not really there for joining the fray, because she knows she can't outfly this individual. She just wanted to take Remy and get a look at what was happening outside. So you guys each individually have a think, see what you want to do there. We'll cover what Alisaie and Remy have been seeing for the last couple of minutes. Because they've flown after, and what these guys haven't seen yet quite through the rubble is that the front of Castle Blackcrown is sort of... The front door leads out onto a small plateau. Maybe 20 feet wider than the actual doors themselves. Then it's a fairly steep drop of about 30-odd feet to some kind of difficult terrainy, rocky plain kinds of areas. What you guys see, well, predominantly what Remy sees, because I know what I'm seeing just fine, is that down that downgrade into that rocky terrain seems to be where the bulk of the fighting is at the moment. It didn't seem to be going that great to begin with, because there's a lot of those spindly filth creatures and those things they called draconians, and this really horrific, hellish contraption that seems to be gobbling up the bodies, both tainted and not. But they're regrouping the various mercenaries, and for the most part, it appears that the ones that died clean. That right up until the point where the new form of Jain Nerrand III flies over both parties, spewing this acidic black substance instead of just the acid that it was before. Alice does see him prepping that, and she really does not have the time to be concerned about Remy's ears, because as loud as she can, "Shield turtle!" They have about enough time to get a fair few of them under a shield formation barricade, but not everyone. From that height, you can't really see individuals, but there were a few mercs that went down, and it does appear that some of the people did turn up after all. And because a lot of them don't wear armor of any kind, those that were not fortunate enough to be near people with shields, well. Also a few of the dire moose. Thankfully, you do not see legs on the field at this time, because you really don't want to see a filthed Legolas looking at what happens to dire moose who are having that black shit basically sunk into them along with acid. It's loud and keening, screaming pain and unpleasantness to a distinct degree. And unfortunately, the black keeps flying.
Is he flying around for another attack, or is he
He's
withdrawing?
he seems to have done that one last fuck y'all. Given Remy's knowledge of tactics, I gotta roll the hand of fate for you. No. You can't. It's left enough mess here to distract you guys for a good long time, because you will have noticed by this point that nobody seems to have followed. The rest of the party are back at the castle.
Which direction is he flying away?
Make me a perception check.
She's not that concerned, actually.
Well, thankfully after the cocked, my dice strike again, but Alice's not saying anything about it yet, because right now they're in the air and not talking tactics. And of course Alice is a little bit torn, because on the one hand, the pack, fuck.
Yeah, Remy curses something too.
I'm going to drop you off with the others, make sure that they're okay. I'll take another pass and see if I can get some indication of how things are going and how much will be needed down there. I'll be back. And sort of
All right.
drops on the little plateau in front of what used to be the front doors, and starts dipping a bit low so she can at least see, what the casualties are. So yeah, as Barnabas is finished patting down the throne and yelling something about a locked drawer, and Remy enters what used to be the front doors, just in enough time to hear Clarity talking about, I could get there and maybe pick the lock, but I wouldn't be able to get back. And then Remy turns back up.
The dragon's withdrawing, but there's a lot of bad stuff down there.
Yeah. Where's Alice?
Checking on the army. We need to finish what we came here to do.
Anyone got any bright ideas how to get someone else over here?
I'm gonna use Misty Step to go across the chasm.
Okay. And point, there's clarity on the other side.
All right, beat me to it.
And I'm gonna look at the lock there.
Okay. I take it you're checking it for things.
Yes, checking for traps and yeah.
Yeah. Start with perception, move on to investigation, and go from there.
Okie dokie. Hold on. Perception is there. There are other numbers.
Okay, roll 20, knock it off.
We get hit with the curse of twos.
I mean, to be fair, given the sheer amount of explodey that the Black Dragon did on Rising, it's probably not surprising that you're not seeing much out of this. Investigation?
Mm-hmm.
Careful investigation?
16.
Oh.
Yeah, It very much is trapped.
Okay. I will try to disarm it.
Thieves' tools.
24. That's much better.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there was you're not entirely sure where anybody got this particular trigger mechanism, but from what little you can tell on investigation, it was supposed to activate a glyph you have not seen before, and you don't know what it does, and you probably never want to find out.
Okay. So do I also
Yes, you
unlock
do.
it now?
Yeah,
Okay.
you do also have to roll the thieves' tools too.
22.
Yeah, after that, the lock comes fairly easily, and what you find is a box, about the size of a loaf of bread, a very dark wood ebony, chased in gold, and oozing.
That's a completely different box.
I'm not touching that. But I believe it's probably the heart.
Oh,
Yeah.
We're gonna need to.
Do you have a description of the key? Any what it looks like?
How?
I don't know.
The only thing we ever saw was the lock. How would we know what the key looks like?
Well, maybe whoever that you were told. I don't know.
We've purified a heart before. We're gonna need that too.
Anybody got any tongs?
How? What can you mark? Is that the rectangle? Is that the hole?
No. Oh, the big rectangle. Yes.
Okay.
Let me see if I actually do it filled in. That would probably help. Nope. There we go. Yeah.
Arvin Spears.
Yeah, well, Darwin's not really there. I just didn't move the tokens. Shut up.
Yeah. How big is?
That's fine. It
no.
was just a little concerning.
Clarity. How big's the box?
How big's the box?
Loaf of bread sized.
About the size of a loaf of bread?
All right. Remy's gonna have to. Just make it.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna have to. She's gonna miss you step over. She'll pick up the box with Mage Hand.
Okay, and where is she going to put it? Because nobody on this side of the thing has a bag of holding. And honestly, even then, you probably wouldn't want to reach in to think about it to take it out.
Nope.
Just
Yeah,
keep
don't
carrying it with
and
Mage Hand.
Do not put that in a bag. Don't put that in a bag of holding. Don't.
Got it.
Do not put a heart of any barony inside an extra dimensional place.
It would also probably be a bad choice to do that anyway, given their reactions to it.
Keep levitating it with Mage Hand. It's a cantrip.
Yeah, no, I understand that, but you're human. You need to sleep sometime.
Mhm.
So, okay, yeah, so you've got Barnabas, Clarity, and Remy on one side of the chasm, rest of you on the other side of the chasm. Black box oozing more black.
And there's nothing else in the little drawer.
Not that you've seen.
Okay.
I mean, it sort of lined in that, and then sort of felt, but that's all. Most of it's black and oozed from what's been leaking out of the heart.
Ugh.
Clarity and Barnabas, roll me an intelligence check.
There it is. 11.
Woohoo!
Barnabas has tossed so many places, and one of the things that he quite often wound up tripping over was drawers with false bottoms, or things taped to the bottom of the drawer.
He looks at the drawer. Can it, like, the whole drawer can it be pulled out?
You probably want a strength check for that, but yes. Now you roll poorly. You see Barnabas probably doing it from a bad angle because he hasn't got down low enough and is positioning hands weird because of the gunk on the inside, but seems to be yanking at the drawer.
Remy will go up to help.
It's not a very big drawer, but you can take the roll at advantage, Barnabas.
All right. That's better.
Yeah, it's mostly Remy getting close enough because, more armor, so a little less minded to stay that far away from it, going, no, you want this angle. Crunch.
Pull it out. Flip it over.
There's nothing on the bottom of the outside of the drawer, but there is a kind of a flat splock as something from the inside of the drawer falls out.
Takes a look to see what made the splat.
It was the entire false bottom of the drawer. And on top of that, unfortunately, it is not a key. What it is, it's odd. It's little, could be like a pendant or some kind of charm. And it's literally just an iron disc with a crown on it. Looks like it could be a very odd coin.
Anyone have any idea what that is?
Does it have any iconography?
Well, you can see it just as well as he can.
Got a crown on it. Can you all do that mage hand thing with more than one thing?
No, I don't think
I
you can.
don't think so.
He is more than
No.
one person for that.
I used to have it.
Can you three make me a history check, please? Barnabas is at disadvantage. This is not his history.
22.
To be honest, it's not as much history as you'd think, but it's close enough. That was the best modifier I could give for the coin is iron. It has a crown on it, Black Crown did not used to be Black Crown. It
Iron
used to be
Crown.
Iron Crown. So you don't know exactly what this is for, but it's clearly significant. And given it was kept in the same drawer as the now tainted heart, but in such a way that the goo couldn't get to it, that must mean something.
Okay, so it's clean, so we could just pick it up.
Yeah. It was between the false bottom and the real bottom. The false bottom was keeping all the leakage away from it, so it's completely clean. So, no, you don't need Mage Hand to pick it up.
Well, then Barnabas will grab it then.
Key. There's no key over here, Hazel.
Alice kind of looks like she might land and then decides not to, looking at the floor. I didn't want to check too close or get too involved, or else I probably wouldn't have come back for a while. What's going on?
We found the heart.
I know that tone. That tone is not a good
And
tone.
they're looking for the
key.
they're looking for the key.
I mean, it's either guards or the dragon himself, and he's long gone. And we don't know which of those creatures down there are guards.
I had a description of it. I could maybe try and find it, but
We don't have that. I mean, to be fair, the only person who even saw the lock was me. And you can't tell the shape of the key's supposed to be from looking at the lock.
Was Imavale's using the restraints were a trap? Did it look magical or mechanical?
Probably both.
Fair point. That makes dispelling it difficult if anyone here can even do that.
Excuse me?
So I don't know. Can someone here do that?
Your
Thank
wife
you.
can.
Oh, sorry. That was my life.
Yeah, your wife did. Has in the
Arctic
past. Sorry.
magic.
So that would solve one
Not
half
everybody,
of it.
because I can't do that.
Okay. I want all of y'all off this floor.
Yes.
And then I have an idea. You're gonna have to trust me.
Okay.
Well, first of all, I'm gonna take anybody who I need to back across. So yeah, it's. I'm gonna start with the lady wife also because of the armor. She's more likely to go through the floor first. So
Thank you.
Remy first, then Barnabas, same reasoning, and then Clarity. Ava. I don't know if this is gonna work, but it's the only thought I've got. I need your bow and your arrows of switching. Get off this floor. Like I say, I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know if it puts me exactly in the same position as she is, but I don't think so. That strikes me as a really weird way for it to work. If it does, if I'm not back in like 10 minutes, come find me.
Okay.
And so looks carefully. Well, at least nothing's too far leaking down there. And down the hole.
We've backed off enough, right?
Well, yeah, but she kind of wanted you out of anything that was going to collapse into the basement.
Gotcha. Reason I ask is because, was there anything over here?
Well, if you open that door, because it is there's a, hang on. Basically, if you go through there in that general direction, you find a door, which leads. Are you going to investigate further as the floor is continuing to creak underneath you?
at this point too unstable. Yeah, if I'd thought to do that earlier, probably would have, but not now. Now,
Okay.
good sense is starting to prevail.
Yeah, when you get out,
Then
you
we step out away from the collapsing floor.
you end up on the a little plateau, looking out on a now very messy battlefield. It was probably bad enough before the Black Dragon breathed on them, but that it looks like a combination of acid and the black shit hit some people. Not as many as it probably could have, but some mercs, some that you reckon just by the lack of winter clothing were from the people, and a couple of thankfully not winged dire moose. Those are obviously causing moderate amounts of carnage within the ranks, as well as the original crop of draconians, and you think there's a couple of barnacle zombies and these weird dogs that look like they're direwolf size but look like they're made out of the black sludge. Faraday remembers those vividly.
Son of a...
Darvin is looking like he really wants to go down there, but also he's not sure what or where.
Everyone who thinks they should,
More so
we
where.
probably should. There's at least a couple of us who can wait back for the Alizé's plan, but everyone else, we should be able to do something even just from here, right?
We try and pick a few.
I'm just looking at everyone who has long range, which is the casters and she of gun.
Oh, hells. I don't know if this is going to do any... All right. Darvin basically gets farther out. He's not going to go all, like just go into it all, but, get a lot closer. Preferably as close as he can get without actually being in it. And then he's going to pull out his viol and just be like, I don't know if this is going to do any good, but god damn it, I got to do something. So he's going to start playing. Basically the idea is the one time previously he just let the magic go. There was no intent behind it. This was back, at the beginning, feathers. This time there's intent, and he just what he starts playing is it sounds like both a march, because it's definitely a sense of motion and power just going forward, but also an invocation. And what he starts singing is he literally starts running down. The first thing he can think of is, because he's a valor bard, so he's trying to inspire the field. And so the first thing he can think of to possibly do that is he starts invoking the names of every merc company he can think of, every merc company he's ever heard of, whether they're there or not, just reminding everybody of those companies and what they accomplished and what they did, and then starts going down from there, listing off anybody and everything he can think of, going through the entire divine conclave, specifically beseeching, Brancala and Bahamut for, y'all, I need some oomph. I need to make sure they hear me, and Palor and Tritherian, and I got the list here, I could run down it, but I'm not going to. You get the idea. And then starts going through and all of the various nations, all the various barons, just anything and everybody that any of us have ever cared about, and is just putting all of that intent into the music as much as possible. No idea what that might even accomplish, but it's at least something. He's got to do something, and this is like the most dramatic and thing he can think of to do. So that's what he's going to do. This is sort of Hazel and the resurrection or revivification that she did. This is sort of his version of that. He's just like, fuck it, I gotta try.
The good news, well, first of all, make me a performance check with advantage.
Position herself so she
Okay,
can
hopefully
cover
this
him.
goes through because I've been having issues with it doing so on my end, but let's see. I clicked it. Let's see if it comes through. Roll20 was giving me problems.
Yeah.
Just
Oh, there we go.
21.
Woohoo!
Thanks, Nix.
On the one hand, it does seem to be inspiring the troops. On the other hand, it is currently giving away your position. Now, I don't have a map for this because I did not necessarily expect that Darwin was going to turn up and effectively try a bardic version of divine intervention. But I think we can probably borrow an old map.
I have.
This is probably the
fun.
best bad decision I've ever made. Or the best, worst, or the best good, the worst good decision I ever made. I'm not sure which.
Okay, so
Only one way to
basically
find out,
you've
huh?
got the rest of the castle is sort of there, off to the right. So Rylan, Clarity, Barnabas, move you in Ava is probably a little closer there. Faraday. Hazel. Maybe probably back a little bit. Alice currently not in play. Darwin. Yeah, there's basically around about this kind of area. That's a pretty steep downgrade of about 40, 50 feet. Not much, but and not completely vertical. But Darwin had to do a sort of a slide down it to get to the position that he's in. And yeah, while he's very clearly having an effect on the people on the battlefield. Currently, he's getting some attention. A lot, in fact, of attention.
If anything aims to attack him, I'd probably fire.
Well, it looks like we're going to have to do initiative in a minute. Because, well, he did the thing.
That he did.
I know he will accept the consequences of the thing. I didn't mean now!
Yeah, I was like, are we going now? Okay.
No, we're really not. I said I will probably be having you roll initiative, but I need to set up the board first. I know y'all are anxious right now. Please don't jump the gun on me.
Point.
Or jump the veal.
Look, this is a setting in which I can actually use don't jump the gun.
Fair point.
So let me
Nice.
use it.
Oh boy, that's a lot.
Yeah, and
Well played.
frankly, they are not. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, most of these aren't much of a muchness. Not huge, massive challenge ratings. But, yes, at this point, now I would like you all to roll initiative. So that's 3, 6.
Go Remy. Holy shit. Nice.
Damn.
You're trying to keep our mind off the current situation, I imagine.
Yeah, she's got her smash.
Mine
This
will
is an
come through
interesting
eventually.
spread.
There it is. 24.
Okay, so that's... Okay, so... Better pen. Yeah. Or possibly not. I need new writing implements, clearly. Okay, so... Okay, 25 to 20, give me numbers, please.
I got 24. And Remy
Remy
got
got
20.
21.
Okay.
Total, yeah.
20 to 15.
Barnabas on 17. Then there's Clarity at 15.
Sorry, I was muted.
We got Ava on 14.
Hang
Hazel on
on, nope.
14. Sorry.
That's why I went 15 to 20.
Mm.
It gives me time to write down all the numbers before I ask for the next number. Sorry.
That's okay.
Okay, so...
It happens.
And yeah, it was Clarity at 15.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay, so 15 to 10.
14.
13.
And also 14.
Okay, so... 10 to 5.
I got a 7.
Oh my god, the way you said that. Oh, my heart.
You get used to getting a really high initiative roll. It's hard to go from a high dex character to a low dex character.
I'm used to rogues, for example.
I mean, it's more of everyone goes before me, so everyone's going to be clumped in with the stuff. So AOE is
Yes, but that's why you picked up careful spell in the first place.
yeah, exactly.
And why, when I play casters, I play Evoker Wizard, so I can just go, no. All my friends are in a bubble. I don't want them to be hit by the doom bubble, so I'm going to ignore them.
Okay. Hang on, where does that put me if she does get back up there? Okay. Yeah, top of the round, Darvin, things are now encroaching, and it's not soup.
Yeah, lots of oh shit. Um, how treacherous is the ground in front of me?
It's rocky and been trampled a lot, and there's stuff that's frozen. Like, you know how you tamp down snow and it gets freezy?
Yeah,
Consider this has
yeah, I got
been
you.
melted
I'm
not
just trying
only
to. I
by
just,
it's not only been melted by body heat, but also spilled blood and other fluids.
right.
So
I just wanted to know how well I could either move forward or back up, whichever. Okay, it's so I will. Uh, going, guys, help!
Log and get back.
I will. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and what? Oh, I'll go ahead and back up. Use my movement as carefully as I can to back up
okay,
a couple of paces.
yeah. I mean that's only like 10. You're starting to get to the slope once you hit there. So how are you going to try to go up the slope?
Okay.
And it, like I say, it's not a full
And
vertical, but it's something you would need an athletics check to.
All right. Oh hell. Oh hell! You just hear him go, "Oh hell!" and he reaches behind him, he grabs a imaginary doorknob, cracks it open, and I'm gonna dimension door back up back up closer to where everybody is, and probably and I'll wind, yeah. Let me mark that off, and that's my turn. Yeah, that's my turn. I think.
Okay, Remy.
Alright, Remy move. Move up to there. And she will cast a level 1 guiding bolt at the closest one.
So this one you're going for?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it's looking kind of ow, but it's well, it's looking very ow, but it's still standing.
No, well, somebody else will get advantage on their next attack on that one.
Mhm.
And that'll be it.
Okay. So that's This point effect, this one. Sloop. 20, 25, and it's starting to come up the slope. It does not seem to have an issue with the terrain. Yet they are further encroaching. And theoretically, it can just dash action to move up that way. So, thing number 2, the uninjured one, is actually... It's like it's sticking a bit to the surface. Like they're sending in tendrils of the black to sturdy themselves as they clamber up the slope towards you. Barnabas, you've got thing made of ick more or less directly in front of you.
Well, that certainly makes the targeting solution simple. Move forward right up next to it and let it have it.
By all means.
Right. Okay, so
Uh-huh. That definitely hit. We have your damage, so by all means. That does not hit.
and last one, probably not.
Nope.
And as a bonus action, he'll manifest the echo right in front of Darwin. Right there.
Okay, so we'll put a second Barnabas. Boink.
And that'll be the turn.
Okay, hang on, I need to set up some maths here, because there's a lot of these fuckers. Minus 15. Minus... I think. Okay, the rest are encroaching as well. So 5, 10, 15, 20. And dash action to there.
There's a lot of slapping, considering tentacles.
Yep. And they're kind of moving in. Clarity.
Yeah, them encroaching change things. I will hit the one that's right next to me. But I'm gonna do. Is it considered engaged with anybody yet, or no?
No, it's not
Okay.
attacking anybody.
I will.
For all you know, it might be aimed at you.
I will use insightful fighting, and it's contested against its. That's not good. It's deception, I think.
Which would basically be straight up int for these things. They actually have an int modifier, a positive int modifier.
Wouldn't it be charisma, though?
Charisma. Yes, it would. Okay. Unfortunately, that does not improve matters. I mean, it improves matters a bit, just not quite enough because its charisma is -1. I rolled a 9, and ties go to defender.
Okay. Gonna stabby anyway.
By all means.
27.
Yep. Roll damage.
5 piercing. That sucked. I will attack again with the same dagger.
Okay.
22.
That hits roll damage.
Another 5. Because 1 on the dice is fun. And just for no, I already used my bonus action. That's it.
Okay. Ava. That's the two of those are uncomfortably close.
Well, I'm just gonna grab my rapier and swipe at the one next to me.
Okay.
Because yeah, not what I wanted to do, but they're distracting. Yay!
Yeah.
I get just the one hit or 2?
Let me just see if rangers get extra attacks. Yes, you do. This is something that you should have known
I knew-
7 or 8 levels ago.
No, I knew I did with like range stuff. I just had wasn't 100%
It
sure.
usually, if there's a limiter, it's a limiter against a ranged attack. You know, where that a ranged attack doesn't count because of reload time. You're more likely to get 2 attacks on a melee weapon, just because you've learned to use it faster.
Right. Okay, so second hit.
Incidentally, Ava and Clarity, you're both finding that your respective melee weapons that you've been using this last attack are very, very faintly resonating with you in a not unpleasant way. As in a good thing.
Oh.
Not unpleasant way.
Oh, okay.
Listen to every word that comes out of my mouth because you don't know which ones are the important ones.
ADHD. It's fun.
Yes, that's why I restate it again. It's okay, I understand. So let's see that. Okay. Rylan, there's one right in front of you that
Yep,
Clarity's
there
been
sure
stabbing
is.
at.
It sure is. You know what? I'm gonna just do what I usually do and lay into the thing by starting to blast. Anyway, I started blasting. 17 to hit.
Just, yes.
So that's that. Second blast is a natural 1.
Definitely not. No.
Definitely not. Third one is a miss, so I only get in for the 1 bit of 10.
Yeah, but it's still 10, which is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
And is that your go?
Yeah, because backing up is gonna get me punched probably, so it's gonna be here. We're gonna hold our breath.
Okay. Hazel.
see. I'm wanting to interpose myself sort of into the middle there, trying to get over here.
So you want to... There. Okay.
And gonna go up to 5th level Spirit Guardians. That is a rather large space around me, full of nomphing flitty spirits. Anything that comes into that radius or starts to turn in there is going to have its movement forked with and starts taking radiant damage.
Something kind of unfortunate happens when the spirit guardians begin to attempt nomphing. More come in their wake, but every one that attempts to nomph one of these goes this odd grey shade and poof like ash to the ground. Another one will boing to take its place, but apparently these ones, you're wise, apparently these ones have been so dosed with that crap between what they already got and the breath. The radiant nomphing isn't...
So are they just outright immune to this, or is it...
It appears so. You're not seeing any damage to anything but your spirit guardians.
I mean, that takes a whole action. I got no bonus action.
No, I understand. I am just explaining the thing.
That's my... Yeah, I'm not, like, miffed or anything. It's just, that's my turn. Go nuts.
Okay. It's hard to tell with the tone sometimes. Remember, it's not only you and Landira who potentially have an ADHD problem. Right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35... 10, 15, 20, 30, 40. Yeah, these are fast little buggers. I'm probably going to be giving Farada flashbacks at this point. Sorry, Farada. Big. Actually, no, they're bigger than this. I keep forgetting they're bigger than this. Boink.
Oh no.
And unfortunately, that is just his movement. Bite. What's your AC?
12.
Ah. Yeah, I ask because I shouldn't have to keep track of what y'all have. Yeah, no, that does definitely that hit. That's 9 points of piercing damage and locked out there. 2 points of necrotic. And bite number 2. You said 12.
Yes.
Tie goes to defender. And then there's the rest of these. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Boink. And they're using dash actions currently, so it's 5 and 6, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And Farada. There's a lot of these things, like, in your general immediate vicinity. Incidentally, I used your 1 week chain lightning.
Okay.
Last session, just so that you're aware. I didn't remember if I'd marked it down. I had to let going on. Sorry.
Down now. There we go.
Oh, that means I have to make him bigger too. Point.
Oh, it's time to cook some of this stuff. Take out the dagger. Time to actually channel fire more than lightning through the elemental dagger, and going to fireball. Which is 30-foot radius, so 60 feet across, which hits a lot of things here. If I could get it to like stop in front of me somehow, but yeah.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna roll the hand of fate only because you're technically a babby. But
Yeah.
you are a babby with a Parker style brain, so yes. You configure the angles where you're not. I mean, you won't. Put it to you this way: anything from Ava's row down. Well, Ava's column down. Basically, you won't hit that one, but you will hit the 3 that are directly in front of you along that line.
Okay. But like it's a big sphere, like 60 feet. That should catch a lot of stuff, even the stuff further out.
Yeah.
If I'm hitting it right. But I'm gonna have to use subtle spell to avoid hitting allies, I'm sure.
Well, it depends on where you want to cast it. If you just want to catch them at the periphery.
I was thinking like basically stopping in front of me and catching like the whole, as much of them as I can, and using subtle spell to not hurt my allies as much.
Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Radius.
So it would be 60 across.
Yeah. It's just figuring out where, because it's an
Yeah.
actual sphere is the issue, and that even if you're looking at it from a semi-circle perspective, you'd be looking at I wonder if that's what actually works. No. It shouldn't be filled in. Oh, I see. Okay. That's still way too thick. Right. No, go away. That would be your highest point. It's not quite big enough, but I guess it doesn't really have to be. It will take out Barnabas's echo, but it will hit everything.
Okay. She's not thinking clearly enough to care about the echo, but just enough to subtle spell to not hurt her allies as much.
Yeah, which would be well, Barnabas, Darvin. I'm gonna say Clarity and Ryland just miss it. Why are you raising your hand? I'm getting to there. It's sort of the echo will be gone.
All right.
Darvin.
No, I was Me.
Yeah, but
Getting hit is what I was
I'm
agreeing.
trying to yeah, okay, but you're distracting, and there's a lot going on. Sorry. So yeah, the Echo will be gone. Darvin, Barnabas, Remy, Hazel. I'm gonna say Clarity and Rylan. It skips obviously Ava. So subtle spell, I
Okay.
believe, is
Automatic success on
Almost
the
the
deck
quiet,
save.
doesn't it?
Oh, not subtle, like careful
careful
spell.
spell. Yeah, subtle
Yeah.
spell is the one that doesn't need components at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, careful spell. That means that you guys are you succeed on your deck saves. So I mean, I think Clarity is the only one that would get
And it being
0 damage from it.
well, if it's an automatic deck save, then I would make it a 0 for Shieldmaster as well.
Same.
Fair enough.
I
Okay,
think.
so uh we looked this up like 2 hours ago. Yes.
Yep.
But it's not
Oh,
so
wait.
it's not
Yeah.
so much the it's not so much the it's not so much specifically the save, which is why we were confused, because it is subjected to an effect that allows you to make a dexterity saving throw to take only half damage. So it didn't, I mean, it said if you succeed, but not as clearly as it did with the adding your shield's AC bonus, which you don't have to do because careful spell. So, okay. DC 17 dexterity save for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ugh. That's cocked. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So that was 1. Great. So 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. Seven, 8, 9, 10. Stop that. Okay. So that's a 26. So, number 1 is only 13. So, still standing. 26 for number 2. That one's still standing, barely. Number 3. Number 3 actually number 3 gone. Number 4 is gone. I believe was that one. I think anyway. Unfortunately, both doggos are fine. And Yeah, so a fair few of them. I think I can delete the drawing now.
Basically, just get away, get away.
Yeah, unfortunately, at the very least, the one that was directly in front of you died. The doggo, on the other hand, which is what's really freaking you out, actually managed to... Because the dogs were at the periphery. So they managed to get somewhat out of the way. But 2 of them are dead.
Beta boom!
Which means doggo number 2. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35. Hello.
Oh boy.
You threw a fireball at them.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's fair, but
Oh, this is why I love sorcerers.
And your AC is 12?
yeah.
Oh dear.
Uh,
9.
I
9.
get for panicking, doing it
9
cats
points.
instead of
9 points of piercing and 6 points of necrotic for bite number 1.
that puts me down.
Which means that means technically auto crit. Yeah, so that's 2 failed death saves.
Oh god.
Oh dear. Oh, Echo goes. Wait. By the way, yeah, Barnabas, Hazel, Ava, 13 points of fire damage.
Yeah, I thought so.
All right.
Just to remind, because that was a thing. 5,
Yep.
10, 15, 20. And yeah, we're moving in your general direction. 5, 10, 15, 20. They're actually standing fairly well on a near vertical surface. Basically getting you flanked. And we are past break time. This is a mess. But we're gonna take a breath. We're gonna take a few minutes. We'll get some food, and when we come back, we will get in on this. And we're back in the middle of, admittedly, Darvin's little rallying call did very much help. It just called an awful lot of attention to them, too. That's part of why it's helping, really, if you think about it. But it does mean that after being heavily battered by a not your standard ancient black dragon, they're now having to deal with the black shit army. Top of the round, Darvin. You're surrounded.
Okay. My question
so yeah,
for
here.
yes, my question for the Yep, my question for the DM is it possible to angle enough away from Remy that I can thunder wave without hitting them? And still hit hopefully all 3 in front of me, but if not,
You couldn't.
at least the 2 higher ones.
You couldn't hit all 3 in front of you without hitting Remy or potentially Barnabas. It's a 10-foot.
Okay.
So
15.
I thought sure it was 10.
No, I'm looking at the description here. It's a 15-foot cube originating from you.
Okay.
Well, from the caster.
Jeez, that's
Yeah.
a big cube.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Big cube.
It's a round. I think I was.
no, Shatter's round.
Yeah, Shatter's round.
No, I meant around as in.
And also doesn't...
No, it's not.
It's
It's not. Okay, I know what she's asking. It's not centered on the caster. If you think about a somatic component being
Ah, gotcha.
in the direction you want it to go. Because it is originating 15 feet from you and it's not a cone, these guys should be safe. But you cannot do it on an angle to catch that extra fifth or any of that kind of thing. It's everything directly in front of you. If you want to try getting fancy with angles, you're hitting people and potentially knocking them down the hill.
Okay, so I'm looking at. I'm trying to make out. So I don't. All I have are the three right in front of me. Correct. There's nothing above me. I'm just.
Yeah, one.
Oh, I didn't see that one too. Thank
That's
you.
what I'm. Look, if you stop for a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Got it. And I can hit those with Thunderwave without
Yes.
hitting anyone else?
I have.
And that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Darwin will bring hands out and boom, Thunderwave.
I mean, you probably do. You probably do brush up. You probably do knock Barnabas in the elbow at that point, but not by too much.
Well, yeah. Let's see. There's my Thunderwave clicky. I knew I had one. Casting at... One sec, just checking explosives real fast. Cast that at... Yeah, cast it at level 3. Okay, let's see if that goes through. There it goes.
Okay.
I got 6. That's 6 for damage. That's... Oh, well.
No, the higher level.
That was a higher level cast.
The higher.
Too.
No, the 6 is the base cast. The 10 is for the higher level cast.
Sorry, my bad.
You're all going to learn how to read this shit. It was Smeagol last session, and it's you now.
Yes.
I was misreading calculations.
Just no,
I have
stop,
since figured out
stop.
how not to.
I'm flagging up. I'm not trying to judge. Oh, well, that's kind of shit. Well, guess what?
They all saved.
It's only going to be 8 damage. They have a con of +4. I'm sorry.
Damn it.
Hey, no, that's fair. That's totally fair.
This sort of thing is hilarious.
So that was...
At least I hit them all.
Yeah, still damage.
So that was...
And they really hate me now. So, hey.
We're just glad you're here.
Can I
doing
do
this
maths?
for us.
Thank you. Okay. Remy.
Alright, she will take a swing at the nearest one.
Okay. No. Only
Oh my
because
gosh.
Ty goes to defender, just so that you're aware.
And yeah, she'll bonus action healing light, put 46 on Faraday.
Faraday's not back up with 12, and we're one day going to pronounce your name so it doesn't sound like Faraday Cage. Faraday.
Faraday.
Thank you.
Faraday is a Faraday cage.
Mm-hmm.
Well, given all the yes.
I mean, it works.
I mean, it was incredibly unintentional, but it worked anyway. So let me see. Okay, so oh yes, that'd be that little bugger. Yoink. Yeah, this one's gonna go for the one that's flailing in the general direction of others of its kind. This is gonna be fun. Your AC is? Remy?
21.
Tie goes to defender just, so first attack is it's effectively made a blade out of that black shit. So that's a lot of fun. What is that noise? It's coming from Nyx's end.
Yeah, I think you get some background noise.
Yeah, it lit up green and you weren't saying anything, and it sounded like a TV.
That's
Odd, there is no a TV anywhere near me.
That's
Huh.
weird. I don't know where it came from. Anyway, Remy, can you make me a dexterity saving throw? Tie goes to defender, and you can probably thank your shield for that, because as you're parrying, your shield goes up around the face, and you feel/smell something noxious and acidic hit. You've heard enough about the stories about how Lyra lost her eyes to know what that probably was. That's one. Yeah, no, so that's number 2's up here, and it's gonna have another go also at Remy. First with the sword. Note that definitely misses. Dex save.
oof.
Oh dear, that's gonna be bad. So that's that would be 7 points of acid damage. That's apparently leaked into various bits through the helm. You're not blinded, but that's only because you managed to angle your head so it doesn't catch you in the eyes.
Remy has resistance to acid from her sword.
Okay, so then that's 4 points of acid damage. Okay, Barnabas.
Yes.
It is your go, and the one that's directly in front of you just spit acid, well, vomited acid, really, in Remy's face.
Yeah, that's not cool. Gonna have at it to hopefully kill the damn thing. Who knows?
That does hit, and it does, in fact, kill it.
Outstanding.
You can go. Point.
In that case, we'll be swinging at the one that's directly in front of Darwin for the remaining 2 attacks.
Okay. Nope. No.
No. All right. Well, we're going to resummon the echo right there in between everybody.
Point.
And that'll be the turn.
Okay. Those two are dead. Clarity.
Okay. I'm going to skirt around over to here next to Farida, and I will take a stab at that doggo in front of me.
Which dagger are you using?
Ash.
Okay. Roll damage.
Okay.
Okay.
7 piercing.
Y-
Okay, go ahead.
Well, I was just asking if you were going to do that again.
No, I'm gonna pump a smitey smite.
Okay.
That's what Clarity's calling it. Into it. Where is it? First level.
Okay.
Okay, so plus 13 radiant, and then I'm gonna do that again.
Okay, you get advantage on this one.
Okay, sweet. Oh, do I get sneak attack on that?
Well, since we haven't called it until now, no.
Okay, I'll do it on the next one if I hit it.
Well, no, because you've already hit it now.
Oh,
If you wanted sneak attack, you should have reminded me about it before you rolled the thing and damage.
okay.
Well, that
So-
at least the advantage has saved you.
Yes. Another 6 piercing.
Okay.
And I will put. Yeah, why not? I'll do another divine smite into it.
Okay.
8 radiant.
So that's 14. Okay. Ava, you're kind of surrounded at this point. I mean, I'm sorry, unless Clarity had a bonus action, I should.
Yeah, I'll do a offhand attack.
Yeah, you will definitely have to use a different dagger for that if you're engaging in melee.
Yeah. Well, I don't have a clicky for my bleeding dagger, so I'm going to use the poison dagger. 13.
That
does not
misses.
hit.
No.
Yeah.
It's okay. So yeah, Ava, you're kind of surrounded.
Yes, I am. I'm gonna try. No, it's probably too close, isn't it? No, I'll just
Basically, you're gonna have a hard time doing anything but melee when you've got everything in such close quarters around you.
I'm gonna start by swapping the little one in front, next to me.
Okay. No.
I'll try again.
Yes, that does hit.
Don't think I have any bonus action.
I mean, unless you actually wanted to remember to throw Hunter's Mark on things.
Okay, I'll. Want me to throw the card up or?
No. It'll only apply for the next round
Yeah,
anyway.
no.
I know what it does, so you don't need to throw up the card. Just declare that you're doing it so that we know. If nothing else, declaring that you've done it will remind you maybe the next time that that is a thing that can be thrown onto just about anything you like. Rylan! It's a little clearer.
I didn't.
Oh,
Yeah, shouldn't
no,
it should be
you're
Hazel
no,
next.
it's
I got 14.
No, it's Rylan then Hazel because you all got 14.
No, I got a 13.
Well, we didn't call that in the first. Sorry, we didn't call that in the first round, but because this is the.
I've been going after Hazel the whole time.
No, you haven't.
I
I've
swear I
I've been
haven't.
calling by my list. I may have written it down wrong.
Maybe I'm misremembering then. It's alright.
Yeah, scrolling back, I see your roles right after Ava's in the history. So
Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry. It's just fine, fine, fine. If we're gonna pick this up in the middle of a combat instead of when it was first noticed, fine, fine. Hazel.
Gonna turn off the non-functional radiant nom thing, and gonna go for a upcast mass cure wounds at 7th.
Okay.
That's gonna be just meant to hit the whole party for 20 HP. Plus Disciple of Life is another 9. That's 29 to them, and Blessed Healer also gives me an additional 9.
Okay. Anything for a bonus action? Okay. Now, Rylan.
Right. I'm gonna, since I'm not immediately engaged, this on the right is like a wall that I wouldn't be able to sort of lean against to get past clarity, right?
For our purposes, that is the remainder of the wall of the palace.
Hmm. Okay.
So it's probably going to be
then
a little crumbly, and I mean,
that's fine. I'm just trying to see if I can lean against it to fire something around clarity and Faraday here.
are you going to try it?
Yeah, I'm just gonna try. I think I'd have to be here for line of sight. That's probably
Yes.
say what's happening.
Except if you are leaning against the wall for the best angle, can you please make me a dexterity save?
Base dex save. 19.
You do manage to keep your feet when the wall collapses on the slightest bit of weight that you put on it, and you hear a whole lot more debris fall down from someplace to someplace. Sorry, I rolled the hand of fate for that, and I got a 3. At least you stayed standing, but something major in there collapsed.
Deal with that later. I just want to focus on murdering these things. Deal with it later. And
Yeah,
I'm going
that's gonna be fun when you recall exactly who is currently in there. Anyway, yes.
Trying to think.
Murder.
And then I'm going to do on this one here in front of the others an upcast inflict wounds to let's do
Put
fifth level.
the card up, please.
Doing that. This button. It's just a.
It's a touch action, first of all.
Oh, it's touch? Oh, God, I'm sorry. I'm a fool. And I read that wrong.
And you have. I'm sorry, I cannot retcon that. You still collapsed the wall.
No, that's okay. That's okay. In that case, can't believe I misread that. That's a touch. I'll
Yeah, because I
still do
thought
the upcast.
inflict
Just
wounds. I thought that inflict wounds was a touch, and I'm like, why are you standing up there? Hence, spell card. Yeah, no, you don't want to touch these.
no. So in that case, I'll still do it at 5th level, but instead I'll upcast a magic missile to pew pew a bunch of things down
Okay.
here. So I'm double checking how many I'm rolling for because it's 3, 4, so I'm rolling for 7 of these. Good, and 1 button. Okay, so that's 10, 12, 14, 16. That's 21 damage in total.
Okay.
And I'm just, I think it's probably better for me if I just keep myself at a bit of a distance. So that's all I got.
Okay. On to doggo number 1. Who's also a little bit pissed off about the fireball. Be glad you had 2 lots of healing by this point.
Yeah, no.
Ow.
I'd still be prone, so it'd have advantage.
Yeah, I know. One was a 10 and might have... No, it wouldn't have missed you, but the other one was a 19. So that's 6 points of piercing, and... That's cocked. 6 points of necrotic. Attack number 2. Yeah, no. 8 points of piercing and 6 points of necrotic. As you're still on the ground, and it's... Again, this is flashback central, because this thing is now basically up there savaging you. Sorry.
Got enough healing that I'm not down from that, but that hurt a lot.
Yeah, I mean, technically you're still down, you're just conscious.
Yeah.
Which kind of makes this worse, thinking about it. Okay, let's see. So that's... The one's over in that corner, so... Ava's gonna have some fun now. What's your AC?
14.
Remy will impose disadvantage with her protection style.
Thank you.
And it's the exact same fucking roll.
Oh,
God.
It rolled a 13 and it's a +4 to attack.
Yes.
So
Go on then.
Well, here's hoping the damage doesn't get as bonkers.
so that's... Well, actually, no, I tell a lie. It's +6 to hit, so... 13 points of slashing damage and 3 points of necrotic. And I would like you to make me a dex save, please.
What to do?
You managed to dodge the acid vomit.
So that was how much damage, sorry?
No, this is a save or suck. You managed to...
Okay, cool.
When I homebrewed these, I managed to at least be a little kind.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot to mark. Did I get the healing that Hazel did earlier, or was it just,
Everybody. Mass healing word. That's the party.
Okay, that one still doesn't like Ava very much. Oh no.
Tell me that was natural 20.
Okay, I won't tell you.
Oh, at least I'm full health.
6, 12 plus. $16 points of slashing damage and 6 points of necrotic. Well, at least not a crit this time. 13 points of piercing and 6 points of necrotic.
Like half my hit points right there.
Okay, Faraday. You're on the ground getting savaged by a filth direwolf.
Okay. First stand up and fuck right off. I'm going to use my level 6 spell slot for a chain lightning to main hit the doggo that was savaging me, arc to the other one, and the next two closest, which are the two on the
Okay.
Oof.
button. There's the button.
Okay, so dexterity save. Doggos. Yeah, that makes doggo number 1 actually frickin' makes it. Doggo number 2 doesn't. So that's something. And then those two. So yeah, unfortunately, everything dies but the one that was savaging you.
Okay, fair enough. Still 3 things dead, so I'll take it. So it would have been half my movement to get up. I'll use my disengaged sandals so I can move without provoking an attack of opportunity from that, and just move straight away from it the 15 feet I can.
5, 10, 15. So sort of out towards Barnabas. Just, ah! I'm kind of seeing this as Faraday just, fuck right off! Zap! Meep, 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 and then just... I think that was probably my first real swear. Yes. Okay, and... that effectively leaves the ones on Darwin. So we're rolling. We missing. Make me a dex save. No, you.
Sorry, I still had advantage on from something else.
It doesn't matter. They're close enough.
Well, either way, I made it.
Yeah. Some of us don't mind that much one spot either way. Anyway, point being that you saw what happened to Remy. Your story, man. You remember what happened to Lyra. You see that coming and boom. And then the other one. Yeah. Okay. So. Your AC is...
Can I use my reaction to pop my shield spell? That would give me a total of 8, total of 24.
Wouldn't help.
Fine.
You could, but it wouldn't help.
There's my reaction, though. Oh, wouldn't? Okay.
Yeah, so I'm saying that it would not help, so don't blow the spell slot. So that's...
Got it.
8 points. 8 points of piercing. 6 points of necrotic. It seems to like 6s, my d4s for some reason. And please make me another dexterity saving throw. Yep.
22.
Yeah, it's probably for you at that point. Worrying about your eyes is a little bit more important than worrying too much about
Exactly.
a nasty slash. And top of the round, it's down to you. You've got these things puking acid at you.
Right in my face. Yep. All right. So I have a question with regards to since I saw just how well the Thunder Wave did. I'm not doing that again, but I had a question with regards to Magic Missile. Can you direct? You can direct them at multiple targets. Like if you do a few at one, you can then do a few at another, or is it only if they die, or is it all or nothing?
There are things in the raw about this. I will go through them again, but for the record, yes, you can
Oh,
direct your
yeah,
magic
I see it.
missiles at different
Sorry,
people.
sorry. Okay, my bad. I apologize.
I would not be quite
Um,
as cross if I hadn't spent like 15 minutes copy pasting your entire spell list to you.
Understood. I see it now. Didn't see that line previously. I apologize. So I will cast Magic Missile at the two of them in front of me. I will upcast it using my. I'll use my last 4th level slot. So that will be 2 extra, so 5 total. So it'll be 3 at the upper one and 2 at the lower one.
Okay.
Going back to click my clicky. So that's 1, 2, and 3. So that's 8, 10 on the first one.
Okay.
And 1, 2, 6 on the lower of the 2.
Okay. I mean they're still up, I'm afraid. They're looking pretty rough, but they're still up.
Yeah. And then what I will do is I will turning my head to Barnabas, just going, can you cleave these buggers for me, please? And it's 1d10, my last inspiration die at Barnabas. Just big, sad, soulful eyes.
Okay, Remy. You still have 2 of them more or less in your face?
Yep. Took a swing. Take another swing.
Which, I mean, it doesn't matter, you missed both.
Yeah. And yeah, that'll be it.
Okay, which means... Okay, so that's... Your armor class lower than 23. Remy?
Yes. It's 21.
I'm double checking. Sometimes I'm not entirely sure when people have stuff.
Mm.
So that's 7 points of slashing, 5 points of necrotic, and it's not going to bother with the acid spit this time. Oh no. Sorry.
Oh dear.
Mm.
7,
Yes.
8, 13, 14, 15, 16 points of slashing damage. And 3, 9 points of necrotic damage.
Oof. Yow.
Damage.
And that's the first one. Second one. Misses. Yeah, no, that hits. Doesn't crit, but it hits. 8, 12 points of slashing damage. And 5 points of necrotic.
Okay.
Barnabas.
How does the inspiration die work again?
Okay.
It's 1d10 to what? To hit or damage?
To hit.
hit.
No, because we've been through this one before. Ability checks, attack rolls, and when it's from a Valor Bard, damage. That is all that you can do. If Alice gave you an inspiration die, it would be something you could add to an ability check or or an attack roll, and that would be it. But because Darvin is a Valor Bard, you can use it on a successful roll to add to your damage.
Cool.
That is the beauty of Valor Bards. But the reason that I stopped you last session was because you were trying to use it to up your heals during a second wind, which you can't do.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, then we're going to use it on damage, assuming something hits the one going after the one directly in front of Darvin.
Okay.
So.
That does hit. Yes, so you've got your 8 damage. You can roll your d10.
All right. /R 1d10.
I believe so.
Yes, that sounds right.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
And in point of fact, cleaved.
So puppy dog eyes are apparently incredibly effective on Barnabas. Who knew?
Everybody?
Okay, fair.
Darvin is literally like, hard eyes, motherfucker.
All right. And then he's just going to... Barnabas is going to just get all up in the business here to hopefully draw some additional fire off of Darvin.
You know you can still use your other attacks, right?
Well, then I will do so as well.
So you're moving in front of Darvin here?
Correct.
Okay.
All right, and that's...
Yep.
All right.
That hits. So hang on, that's... Okay.
And we'll go with the axe for the third attack. No.
No. Okay. Those two are gone. Clarity.
Okay. I'm gonna move up to this last doggo. I'll be here.
Okay. But no, that's if you want to be there, you be there.
Okay. And I will. Let's see. It's not currently engaged with anybody, so I'm going to do insightful fighting on that one for
Okay.
bonus action. 22 insight versus deception.
Well, it's a doggo. It has no deception, so yes.
Sweet.
What does insightful fighting give you, by the way?
Sneak attack.
Okay.
So, I will attack.
If you're using Ash, you're rolling with advantage.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I was going to say before we got into what insightful fighting does. It's basically, at least until the end of this combat, possibly more. I have some things to say, but if you want to roll to see if you get a better roll, then by all means.
Okay, just roll again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 26.
Still not a crit, but both succeed anyway. Roll damage.
Okay, so 7 piercing plus sneak attack. 14 piercing.
So 21. Okay.
And I'll go again. Do I still have advantage on this?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Roll damage. It's saving you right now.
Sweet. Let's see. 7 piercing.
Seems to love giving you 7s for the
Yeah.
piercing.
I'm gonna use my last divine smite for that.
Okay.
That's 10 radiant.
Okay, so
And mark that. And that's it for me.
yeah, it's looking pretty out at this point. Ava, you're. I mean, there's the ones on Remy, but you did see the two that were most harrying you just get zot. If we're not hearing you, Marion.
I'll pull up my. Can I get this one with my gun, or is that still?
It's not so much that there's that one. It's because you've got something else too close.
Okay. Well then I'll keep my sword and swing around and get that one.
Okay.
Oh, anyway. First hit.
No.
Nope. That's 20 plus 100 mark.
Yep. That about. I mean, Hunter's Mark should technically have the extra die as well. Doesn't matter. Dead anyway. Hazel.
Everyone's looking nominally okay still, right?
Predominantly, Remy's taken a bit of a beating. Farada has been mauled again. But
Farada's hurting.
yeah, Farada. Basically, you saw her regain consciousness, get healed more by you, and then get fallen upon again by arm.
All right. This is actually a perfect opportunity to give this a try. Gonna upcast Bless to 4th level. And gonna tag. Let's see, every 2nd level. So each one. 3, so that's Remy, Barnabas, Clarity, Darvin, Faraday, and Ava. You have all been blessed. Which means you get a D4, and you can add that to an attack roll or saving throw. And that's my turn.
Okay, Rylan.
I'm just double checking I have reading things correctly here. So I'm gonna start with burning a pair of sorcery points to quicken spell another magic missile at the remaining dog. We'll do
Okay.
it up at. This one will be up at 4th level.
Okay.
So that's 6 I'm rolling. 4, 6, 10. So that's 18 total damage.
There is no and at this point. It's gone.
Dog down.
Basically, all that's remaining is that
The one
one
that's.
on
Oh, there's one of the rocks. Okay.
and that one there.
Okay. I'm trying to see. There's no way I have good lines on either without getting super close to the one on top.
Not necessarily. What do you mean the one on top? Because if you moved 5, 10.
Oh, I can get in. I can get in the middle, like here, to
Well,
get to this one,
you could, but
right?
I mean, you could also theoretically just stand there, and I mean, or possibly closer to there, which is enough line of sight for the one nearest to Darwin. It depends on which one you want to go for.
I'm going for the one up top here.
Okay.
So, and then I'll use my regular action to start blasting. Triplicate Eldritch Blasts at the top one.
Okay.
First one is a 24 to
That
hit.
hits. Okay.
Second is a 9, which I'm assuming misses. Third is an
Nope.
11, which also misses. But that's 8 force damage from the blast.
Okay.
And that's all I got.
Okay, doggo number 1 is down. Faraday.
I mean, I've got clear line of sight to this one right here.
Yes,
so
you do.
I'm just going to use Chromatic Orb. I haven't used this one very much.
Okay, which type of orb are you creating?
It's spitting acid, so not that.
You're
Let's
smart.
go.
You're smart. You can probably discount poison too. A lot of
Yeah.
these things have been immune.
Yeah. I mean, fire seemed to work pretty well, so let's go with that.
Okay.
Ooh, plus D4, right?
Yes. And that
To the
just made just A made it happen, and B took it down. Goodbye.
Just exploded. Nice.
Those are all gone. Okay, that leaves you with the one remaining, and Darvin. Top of the round. There's only one left, and it's pretty much directly in your face.
Yep. So at this point, I am going to. You know what? At this point, I'm just gonna swing. I'm just gonna swing batter. I'm just gonna radiant rapier and swing at the sucker.
Okay.
$26.
That does definitely hit, and how do you want to do this?
I haven't got one of these in a long time. Sorry. I had to squeal a little. This is going to be just, I'm sorry, guys, but I had to do that, and it's going to just straightforward right through whatever passes for a throat on this thing, if it has one.
I was expecting a repeat of the I was expecting a repeat of the Banshee.
No, if it doesn't actually look like it has anything resembling,
well, I mean,
like,
it's got something resembling a neck, but it's also got, you remember that weird grin mouth kind of thing.
Yeah, like right, just like out the back.
And as your own combat settles, you can see that the remnants of the martial forces of Belarys' mercenaries and various of the people are And they've managed to beat off the encroaching nastinesses. Right now, they seem to more be putting individuals out of their misery more than anything else. I mean, you can't see very well because they're kind of halfway across the field from you, but it's less clashing and skirmishing and more. I mean, Remy and Barnabas have seen the throat cutters go through to friend or foe if there's no help for them. And in a fight like this, for a lot of them, it doesn't take much to put them past any kind of hope. Some off elsewhere seem to be building something that is going to quite obviously take the shape of a funeral pyre because they can't just leave the bodies. They don't know if they'll get up again.
Mm.
And that's when the rest of you realize that whatever is going on, Alice did not join you mid-fray, and that's when Rylan realizes that his lean against the wall may have caused more damage than they thought of at first. So I'm gonna say that a few of you look back in the direction of the of the remains of the palace and see the expression on Ryland's face.
Remy's busy going up 5 feet from the edge. Alice,
Well, you have dark vision. Mostly what you see is, I mean, because it's black and white is your problem. What you're seeing is a lot more debris, and what you're pretty sure is a larger hole. And Ryland doing that. And we are at that time.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Too perfect.
Yeah, well, I didn't time the combat, but that's how it ended up. So we'll be back in 2 weeks' time to find out what happened down there when Ryland brought half the building down. Yeah. Sorry.
Oh shit.
Yeah, no. And I don't enjoy this either, okay? You guys basically handed me a DMPC and now I don't know what's happening. Rolls are going to be involved heavily.
Oh boy.
I will see you in 2 weeks.